Fruit Crew. This is Mike Henderson with the Fruition Partners marketing team, here today to do a quick overview of the new marketing self-service portal site that we built into our Fruition ServiceNow instance. First, before beginning, just want to give a quick shout out to Steve Stump, Ms. Stutler from the managed services team for helping us build this, and also Jason Ward for helping as well. So real quick, again, this is going to be basically the replacement for all your requests to the marketing team. Up until this point, it's been a lot of emails, a lot of back and forth with emails, phone calls, things like that. So to better track your requests, to better accommodate you and complete them in a timely fashion, we decided to create this this neat little tool in our instance. So without further ado, I think we can get started here. So first of all, this is actually going to be ready to go on Monday, July 16th. So starting then, you can use this tool to submit, all your requests. And if you forget to use this tool, if you send us an email, we'll definitely be sure to direct you to the portal and use this instead. So again, it's going to be available on Monday. I think everybody knows the URL of our instance, where to go, but it's right up here. So our production environment, Fruition Partners, service-now.com. So where you can find this application is along that left nav bar, just under the Fru Self-Service app, and it's right there, Marketing Self-Service. Pretty easy to identify. You click that, it's going to take you to this CMS page that we're looking at right now. Excuse me. So just scroll through. So we came up with a predetermined or fixed number of ticket items. These are pretty much, the big things, the popular requests that people submit to us. So there's new sell sheet, there's an update existing sell sheet, there's business cards, there's website content, new webinar, promo products, share an idea, miscellaneous, tools and templates, info packets, add contacts to newsletter lists, and then a press release, and actually go live announcements too. So it's quite a handful. For the most part, this should take care of all your marketing needs. If there's something here you don't see, either do a miscellaneous ticket submission or send us an email for some direction. So I'm going to make this real quick. I'd like to go through all these just to show you, each of the fields that are characteristic to each ticket item. So, so for new sell sheet, and as you can see, there's a description under each to give you a little more guidance and detail on what exactly that ticket item is. So, if you need a new sell sheet, a new one-pager to promote a new service or product, you would use this specific or select this specific item. Pretty important, just make sure you give us at least 3 days advance notice. These usually take a little bit of time. So if you need something with a new sell sheet within 3 days, we probably won't be able to help you out. So, but so if you need a new sell sheet, go ahead and click that. And it's going to take you to this page here. So a lot of these ticket items will have a default set of fields. You'll see a lot of the same fields on a lot of those other ticket items too. Practice area is one of them. So this is how we broke it out. So first, identify your practice area. And we believe everything's listed here. And of course, as you know, the red indicator strip indicates it's a required field, so you can't submit a ticket unless all these fields are filled in. So since we're actually in production, I'm not going to submit anything but just kind of go through it without making, I guess, an official ticket submission, but just so you can see how everything works. So practice area priority, high, medium, low. Yeah, we're asking please don't abuse the high. I mean, we understand, seems like everything around here is a priority. So, and later down the road we might define priorities. High, I would say, is within 3 business days, medium, maybe within a week, and then low is, any time after a week. So just be conscious of that. Data completion, pretty easy, just count a reference field, select that. And then, what service category will this sell sheet be for? These are all our different, lines of businesses, or I guess service categories. So select the appropriate one. What product service will be showcased, another required field, and then objective description, so a little more detail on what exactly you're trying to showcase or represent on the sell sheet. Obviously, stats are a big part of sell sheet, so any stats or amounts that should be included, insert them here. And then there's a button for images and graphics. So if you have something you'd like to see used, here's your reminder to go ahead and click that and upload what you'd like to see used. So then once you submit this ticket item, you actually be directed back to that CMS page, and all the work on your end is really done. So if we have any questions about your request, we'll either email you, but there's also going to be a notes field on these tickets. So typically, probably what we'll do is just enter some in the notes field and keep the conversation ongoing within the instance. So next is update sell sheet, existing sell sheet, practice area again, priority again, data completion. Just asking a couple different questions. What sell sheet would you like to see modified, changes to be made, and then any images and graphics you can attach there. So that one's pretty straightforward. Business cards. If you need business cards, you're running low, this is where to do it. No need to email Christina. And once this loads, I can explain a little more. So again, yep, default fields, no need to go over those again. So then, position title, what office would you like displayed on your card? We know a lot of you guys are remote and, really aren't working out of a particular office. So, if you're down south in Florida, and it might make the most sense to have Atlanta on your business card. It really depends, so that's your call for those folks. Email address, phone number, office phone number, which isn't required because, not everybody has an office phone number, especially outside of Chicago. So, and then address that the business card should be shipped to, any additional information. So additional information in this case is like if you would like any of your, certifications listed, or things like that, or your, Twitter account, anything like that you'd like to see added that might be useful or worth sharing on the business card. So back to the CMS. Website content. If you notice something on the website that you want added or removed, or if you see issue with grammar, this is where you would submit that request. So update existing content, add new, remove content, and then just give us detail on what exactly you'd like to see changed. And then there's the final box is what is the URL address of the website, just so we can access it easily. New webinar, we've been getting a lot of requests from people about wanting to do webinars, so this is where you would come for that. Again, default fields, what product or service would you like showcase, what's the objective, what's your target audience, Pretty straightforward. And if you don't, have presenters yet, but you just have an idea for a webinar, you can always just maybe submit your name here, and we can have a talk offline about, who would be a good fit for that webinar, and then we could come up with, a potential date too offline. So. Promo products, this is actually a big one. I know a lot of people like to give out our pens and notepads and things like that, to clients or, prospects, or for, even user groups. This is a big hit. So, again, default fields up top. What are the promo products needed for? So this is a conditional field here. If you select upcoming event, it's going to ask what specific event is it for, and what's the event date. So that'll just give us an idea of timing, and when you need those promo products by. What address should they be shipped to, and then it's just going to ask how many of each you need. So these are our default items that we typically ship out. Our promotional items that we typically ship out for user groups or whatever else. So there's all our sell sheets. So you can just indicate here how many you need of each, and then if you need the notebooks, pens, water bottles, mouse pads, fruit leaves, things like that, the tchotchke stuff or whatever, just enter those numbers in here too. And if you're unsure how many you need, you can email us too, and we can help fill this out with you. So. All right, a few more. Share an idea. If you have an idea, I'm going to give Teresa Price a shout out here because she's always got thousands of ideas for the marketing team. So this is definitely where you would go to, just share an idea you have, whether it's for a promotional event or, to submit, a product into a contest or things like that. Pretty basic and straightforward, just a text box, and you can just enter in the details there. Miscellaneous is just if, for anything else that's not really covered here among these other ticket items. Pretty straightforward again. This kind of almost serves as, like an email in a way. If your request can't be fulfilled, by any of these other request items. So tools and templates. So just to read off the description, this link is going to take you to the knowledge base where you can find, PDF sell sheets, templates, our style guide, and things like that. So if you're ever uncertain, or if you need a template for a statement of work or a letterhead or something, just click the button back on the CMS page, and it's going to direct you right here. So there's no information to fill out. It just redirects you to the knowledge base, and these are all the things that you would probably be interested in from the marketing team. So from here you can download what you need and go from there. Info packets. So these packets are meant for new clients, but they also can be used for existing clients as well. So just be sure to read the description so you understand what's included. So I'll just read it out loud real quick. So inside it you'll find the following sell sheets: company overview, consulting, implementations, development, integrations, managed services, as well as MSP, Fruitphone, and Bomgar. And then you'll also a notebook and water bottle will also be included as well. So if we click into that, you'll see there's that section where it says, who is this needed for, existing or prospective. So that just gives us a better idea of, who we're mailing these things to, so we can just kind of keep record of it as well on our end. And then just client name, shipping address, and how many packets do you need. Add contact newsletter list. This is a big one. I know a lot of people have contacts who probably should be included on the newsletter distribution list. So this is where you would go to add. So one of the big things with this is we want to make sure the contacts opt in. So please, even if they haven't opted in, please don't click this checkbox. Only click this once the contacts you're adding have opted in. It's a big thing with MailChimp, and we don't. And MailChimp is our marketing, email marketing tool. We don't want to get in trouble with them. So just please, again, make sure everybody opts in. So if you're just adding one contact, you can just enter their name and email address here in these text boxes. If it's 2 to 5, you'll see that those text boxes expand. So you can just enter their name separated by columns and their email addresses separated by columns. If it's greater than 5, just mentions here, just attach a CSV file of the contacts to be added with separate columns for name, email address, and company. And you can go ahead and just click here to add attachment and upload that CSV file. And just to get a better idea of how you obtain these contacts, we just put in this, little question, just so we know if they're coming from a user group, are they coming from, a social event, are they coming, with you from, past jobs, or, pre-fruition sales contacts, things like that. And then any details related to how they were obtained, just so we can, kind of just keep tabs on that. So press release, if you think we have something worth sharing, like something pretty darn cool, that's newsworthy, that's what the ticket item you would choose. Again, pretty straightforward with what we're asking. What are you announcing? What's the desired release date? Do we partner with another company? If you say yes, that's going to ask, that's a conditional field. It'll ask for the partner company's name. And then we just need to write up on the benefits and any quotes. This is a pretty integral to any press release. And I think the last item is go live announcement. And this is just, for us, to get up on the social media sites to kind of celebrate, a big accomplishment on our end with the go live. So again, straightforward with the fields, company name, the company description, who the client was, the start date, the go-live date, what phase it was, brief description of the accomplishments, and then all the way at the bottom, there's a table of, it should be exclusively Fruition employees. There might be a couple extras in here, but this is just so we can identify and give a shout-out to the respective people who were part of the project, who contributed. So, Brian Caprini, Brian Kinney, I think I saw Carlo, got to give him a shout out. So he's just selecting those names and just moving them over to the list table. And that's pretty much it. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to email marketing. If you run into trouble, feel free to email marketing. We did pretty thorough testing, but there might be some bugs still with this. So if you find anything that's acting kind of funky, send us an email, and we'll work with Steve and Managed Services to get it fixed ASAP. And again, I know everybody's kind of gotten in the habit of sending us emails, but I think this is actually going to be much easier to use than email back and forth. So I'm sure you guys will catch it on, get the hang of this, and forget about email after a short period of time. So I think that's it. So thanks, guys, for listening, and enjoy the brand new marketing